What's up, guys? As you can see, we're not in the studio at home. We're actually at the Abilities Expo in Chicago. And this podcast is going to be a little different. It's going to be like a speedcast. The sound is not going to be as great because of how wide open this space is. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Please enjoy this Life to the Max speedcast.
Just a couple of punts, all trying to get by. Just a couple of teens, all trying to survive. Live to the max, cause you don't live it twice. Couple green thumbs, all high as a
Classic Marc Fugarile, who chooses hope.
Right.
He chooses hope.
What is up, everybody? It is Life to the Max podcast, and we are at the Abilities Expo in Schaumburg, Illinois. It is Friday, June 20th, 2025, and today I have a very special guest, a very resilient person that was actually a survivor of the Boston Marathon bombing, and I'm super blessed and happy to have him on the podcast. It's Marc Fugarile. Thank you so much for making the time to come on.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being out here at the Abilities Expo.
What brought you out here? Are you a vendor?
Yeah, I started the MARC Network, the Mobility Awareness Resource Community, MARC. Yeah, it's a free mobile app. So I'm out here promoting that to the community. April 15, 2013, I was at the Boston Marathon supporting a friend of mine who graduated high school right around the same time I did. We worked together. We were friends. And he was a Marine, is a Marine. He had retired, and he decided he wanted to participate in the Boston Marathon. So I was 35, never had gone to the marathon, never cared to go to the marathon. And but because he was there, I wanted to support him and thank him for his service and sacrifice that he made. So a group of our friends, we all went, and the rest became history. We witnessed the first bomb go off, and 12 seconds later, the second bomb went off right next to me, less than
Jesus Christ.
a few feet away.
I'm really sorry that happened, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate it. I was blessed. It took a lot of people that rushed in to help people that they didn't even know. They put themselves at risk. My right leg was amputated through the knee instantly. I was on fire. I watched the surveillance tape from the Forum restaurant.
You were on fire?
Yeah.
Holy
The flash from the bomb lit my clothes on fire, blew them off my body.
Jesus.
Like the pants from the waist down were pretty much just disintegrated. 80% of the lower half of my body was burnt. The first cop on scene actually went to me first and put me out. I watched that happen. Then he looked and went to a child that he picked up and got out of the situation. And then I witnessed two other people put me out. Yeah. Because I kept reigniting the flames.
It's a blessing you're here.
Oh.
I'm happy you're here.
100%. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And you know how with your situation, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
We're not prepared for these incidents to happen, and as I was laying in that hospital bed, missing my right leg and fighting to keep my left, and, dealing with the burn and skin grafts and stuff, I didn't know what my life was going to look like moving forward. I was really worried about that. And
it's like a paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's upside down. You
Yeah.
don't know what's going on.
So that's kind of why I created the MARC Network, because I started working with nonprofit organizations, veteran organizations, camp where kids were missing limbs and limb differences, and another organization called Granite State Adaptive Sports. And I started learning from families that I wasn't the only one that felt that way, like alone, afraid, and
I
it
was
didn't.
just talking about that with someone else, like like the disabled community. We feel alone, but there's a community.
It's huge, right?
Yeah.
The problem is we're not in one location, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I created the MARC Network, the Mobility Awareness Resource Community. It's a free mobile app where individuals facing challenges of all types, not just mobility, but disability challenges and life challenges.
Yeah.
Their loved ones in the community that services us, like physical occupational therapists, wheelchair providers, prosthetists, and the list goes on, mental health, drug rehabilitation, to engage in conversation, share information, and share resources.
Yeah.
It's a free app. It's an Apple, Google. You can download it, create a profile. It's the same thing as Instagram and Facebook kind of marketplace.
Go download the app, everyone. The MARC app. MARC.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for like people to be advocates, right? To advocate and say, hey, I use this product, man. It's amazing. I recommend it for everybody. You know?
It's
just
kind of like a lifeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it can work in so many different ways where physical and occupational therapists can learn about our community and see what we're capable of doing so they can see how hard to push us, right? And then also so they can actually gain information about products so they can make recommendations to their customers and people that they're caring for. But then it's also a great advertising platform for products and services to advertise directly to our community. So we know they exist and we don't have to come all the way out to an expo to see it,
Yeah.
But it's so that we benefit from that, right? Like,
Of course.
if there's a great new software that's coming out that you can control with your eyes, you want to know about it, right?
Of course.
Well, there's nowhere for them to advertise to you. So that's why I created the MARC Network. So that's the place that everybody should be at, sharing information and share resources. Yeah, you get it?
That,
Yeah.
I like that, man. Yeah, that's,
Call me Mark Zuckerberg, but it's Marc Fugarile.
Marc Fugarile. Dude, that's awesome. Have you had success with the app?
So right now we just launched. I mean, we're just launching. It's 900 community members right now. We have a few foundations on there, a few company and products and services. The app, we have gamification within the app because a lot of things we want to do and activate in the app, but we need the community to get on board, start sharing and helping each other. It took me 3.5 years to find the socket that I'm wearing on my prosthetic leg. And I missed 3.5 years of my son's life because I wasn't able to be standing up. Like, not that I missed his life, but I just couldn't partake in things.
That sickens me because, I mean, like, when we have the resources and we're like the richest country in the world and you can't even get a prosthetic leg to someone that survived the Boston Marathon bombing or just in general, like that's just completely and utterly absurd. And that makes me upset.
Us as a community, look at us. Look at how many people are here in this room, right?
Yeah.
Thousands, okay? And we're waiting and relying on government and insurance to fix our problem. It will never, ever happen. You know what I mean?
Well,
like, we need to take action and we need to create opportunity and businesses for ourselves.
I realized when I was disabled, when I got disabled, that the community that get hits the most, like when something happens, say stock market crashes or anything, like a rift in the waves,
And
it's the disabled community.
Because the people that make the decisions that handle our taxpayers' dollars, it doesn't affect them.
Yeah.
So that's where we need to stop relying on others. We need to do it. We are a community made up of 60 million people that control $1 trillion and spend every year. Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance subsidizes another $500 billion a year. Globally, we're 1.8 billion people affected by mobility disability, and we control $13 trillion in spend. We don't need anybody.
Yeah.
We can create. So if I had every drug and mental health and drug rehabilitation facility across this country, there's over 400,000. If I got them on my app to advertise for $20 a month, which is nothing to their marketing budget, that would generate $8 million for me to give back into the community. I'm a public benefit corporation, and by federal laws, I'm required to give back to the community, a benefit.
Dude, I hope that happens because, like you could help people get prosthetic legs and stuff
All day and every day.
You know, because I interviewed this guy Matt Ream. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was trapped under a bridge right during Christmas in his truck, and
Frostbite?
No, his leg was stuck into this truck. Like
Under
I
the
have a
firewall of the yeah.
Yeah, I have a podcast on it. Like if you want to listen to it, but long story short, he had to wait.
It takes It takes a long time. I mean, there's a lot of things in our community that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
When I had to get fitted for my wheelchair, man, I had to wait 2 months to get measured. Like, I can measure anything in 2 minutes. Like, why does it have to take 2
Yeah.
months? And then you got to wait 8 to 12 weeks for the wheelchair to be manufactured and made. That's crazy. That's wild to me. But that also comes down to, like we talk about government, right? Let them break it. Our manufacturing got shipped overseas, right?
Yeah.
Because politicians took
Yeah.
took backdoor pay time.
Yeah.
So, that's insane to me that we have to wait that long for things to be built, made, and produced. It's wild.
It is wild. I'm very blessed because I'm with the VA.
Yeah.
The VA like takes care of me, but I've heard the horror stories.
I
of a
mean,
bunch of people.
you think about it. There's like my wife who has no arms and legs, and she, her insurance company will pay $30,000 or whatever it is for this big wheelchair that comes up and down and this and does all this crazy stuff that she doesn't even want, but they won't buy her an $1,800 fold-in wheelchair, right? Like that she uses every day. Like her powered chair that she got through insurance, she used it for one day and now it's in the garage. Money. But why? Like, and I'm gonna tell you, we always go and get the cuts, like you said, when things happen. It's because on purpose, they've divided us as a community, right? Like, so you're a spinal cord injury, right? I'm an amputee.
Yeah.
So they want you to join like the Spinal Cord Association.
But
they
I
want
talk to amputees.
and they want me to join the Amputee Coalition, and then they want the blind to join the Blind Coalition. So what they're doing is they're really dividing us by our disabilities, which makes us smaller in numbers, so we have a smaller voice.
Yeah.
We need to come together as a community under one location and be that big community and that big voice again, because that's what the ADA was formed at, when we were a bigger
100%,
community.
yeah.
But then they noticed we need to divide these people because we need to not listen to them, and we don't have to listen if they're small in numbers.
Yeah, and the ADA, it's not all about just parking and like, like going into restaurants. It's about treating us like human beings. And
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, man. I think it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. I want to get your information so we could like do a full podcast. I'll fly you out and everything to Chicago.
We would love to
If that's cool.
love to
too.
partner up with you and get you on. We have what we have called the MARC TV, which is like YouTube podcast channels that are just linked out to what you're doing. We'd love to have you on as a resource for people with mobility challenges.
We'll definitely,
Yeah.
I'll do Life to the Max and me, myself, will
All
be
right.
there for sure. And it's a blessing.
And
You're
thank you for your
alive,
service and your sacrifice.
Thank you for your friend's service and your sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
You've been through a lot, and I really appreciate this interview.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you very much.
So, everybody, if you like this content, please comment, like, and subscribe. And as always, take a breath for me. Thank you.
Know the smell is potent. Never really tripping, try my best to stay